Hello everybody, in this video demo I would like to show how we can create basic turntable and translation animation of cat models using Keyshot. Okay, let's start. Okay, what I have on screen is a model that's created inside Rhino and I want to animate it using Keyshot. Okay, before we bring the model into Keyshot, it is a good idea to have the parts made as separate objects, okay, and ideally they should also be given different display colors so that when we bring the parts into Keyshot we can reassign the parts with different materials. Okay, so with that done, let's head over to Keyshot. Okay, so in Keyshot I'm going to open our Rhino file, and for the up orientation I need to set to Z, which is the setting for importing Rhino files, and click import. Okay, the file is in. Okay, assuming that I've already done the necessary setup and the assigning of materials and environment and so on and so forth, and I would like to proceed to animate it. Okay, before we do the animation, it is a good idea to name the various parts to something that is more meaningful. Okay, so for the top cover over here, I think I will, as the name implies, call it top cover instead of the default name. Okay, so I'm going to type top cover at the scene property name section. Okay, and then for the bottom cover, I want to call it bottom cover instead of this ambiguous layer 01. Okay, okay, yep. So with that done, when we do our animation, it's easier to pick the correct part to be animated. Okay, so now I think the next thing that we need to do is also to set the resolution for the rendering. In this case, I want the animation to have a resolution of 800 by 600. Okay, so with that done, we can start to do the animation work. Okay, to create our basic turntable animation, we can click on this animation icon to bring up the timeline. Okay, and on the timeline we have this animation wizard, so click on the animation wizard and then decide what is the animation type that you want to use. Okay, in this case here we want to do a turntable, so let's click turntable and click next. And as I want to create the turntable for the whole model, I can select the whole model. Okay, and click next. Okay, here is where you do the setting for the turntable. Okay, so I want a single turn, so I will use 360 degree. Okay, and we can decide whether we want the direction to be clockwise or counterclockwise. So I want it to be counterclockwise, and there's a time setting here, so I think maybe I want it to have a duration of 6 seconds. Okay, and for this style of setting, you can always come back to it again by clicking on the animation properties window. Okay, so I click finish, and you notice that on the timeline there is a new timeline. Okay, and this corresponds to our turntable animation. Okay, so you can scrub the timeline or you can click the play button to preview our animation. Okay, Okay, now I want to create an exploded view animation, and it will be in a fashion of having the top cover moving up and followed by the bottom cover. Okay, so I'm going to click on the animation wizard, and this time round I have to select the translation. Okay, translation means moving the model of a part from one location to another location. Okay, so I can click the next, and in this case here I'm not going to translate the whole model. I want to have the top cover moving up. Okay, so I'm going to expand this model tree to show its various parts. So I want to animate the top cover, so I select top cover, click next, and then here is where we do the setting. So the y-axis is actually the upward, the vertical movement. Okay, so I want to have the y-axis given a value. Okay, let's say 50, so it moves 50 units upwards, and here we got the duration, so let's set the duration to, let's say, 4, and you got things like start and end, so I will leave it as that first and click finish. Okay, so now we can scrub the timeline. You can see that besides doing a turntable, the top cover is also moving outwards because we have set a translation animation to it. Okay, and if you only want to see the translation and not the turntable, you can disable the timeline that you don't want to see. Okay, in this case here is the turntable. Okay, so now if I have to scrub this, you can see that I'm only seeing the translation animation. Okay, then I decided that maybe I do not want it to start here for the translation, so you can always click on it and drag it to a new location. So maybe I want the translation of the top cover to start around 1 second, so I can drag it over. Okay, now let's create the animation for the bottom cover. Okay, so I can click the animation wizard again, click translation, click next. Okay, we need to expand this again, and let's select the bottom cover because we want to animate the bottom cover. And this time around, maybe the translation I want to set to 30 units and the duration to, let's say, 2 seconds. Okay, click finish. Okay, let's scrub this. Okay, you notice that, okay, it seems that this is not what we want. What we actually wanted is for the top cover to move first, followed by the bottom cover. So what we can do is to select the bottom cover translation timeline, drag it to a new start location. Okay, let's try it here. Okay, let's grab this. So it's moving outwards, followed by the bottom cover moving up. Okay, so if you want this to be further, you can also move it. So it is up to you. Okay, how you want to compose it. Okay, yeah, maybe I want something like that. Okay, and if I want this to be, let's say, having a shorter duration, you can always click on that particular timeline and then go to the animation properties window to tweak the setting. So let's say, I think maybe 1 second, 30 millisecond is enough. Okay, so you can like tweak this, so maybe something like that. Okay, let's see. So have this moving up followed by that moving up. Okay, so yeah, assuming that I'm done with all the setup and I want to start to do the rendering. Okay, let me bring this back because I want in this animation to have a turntable followed by the opening up. Okay, so yeah, let's say I have all this enabled and I want to start to render the animation. You can go to the render, and then do the necessary setup. So you have things like maximum time, custom control, maximum sample. Now, the first thing you need to do is decide what is it that you want to render. Okay, we are not going to render still image. Okay, we are going to render the animation. So click on the animation tab here, and then we go to the option again. You notice that now the maximum time setting has changed. So you can set like what is the maximum time duration you want for the rendering of the animation. You can tweak over here like how much time you can afford. Okay, I'm not going to tweak this because I'm not going to do the actual animation. Okay, then if you use the maximum sample, you can like decide what is the sample to use for the frames. Okay, now let's head over to the output. Okay, here is where you set things like the file format and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's say I want the resolution to be 800 by 600. So you can click on this 800 by 600, and then you can decide what is your video format. So we have various options like MP4, H.264, or AVI MP4, or AVI uncompressed. I'll be careful with this because this will generate a huge file. So I think the MP4 will give us reasonably good quality with good file size. Okay. So let's say I want to select this, and then you also want to decide whether you want the frame outputs. So let's say you only want videos, you can disable the frame output so that it will not give you the individual frames. Okay, so you might want to decide which folder you want the animation to be saved to, and so on and so forth. Once everything has been set up, you can click this render button to start the rendering. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so with that, I've come to the end of this demo. Hope that's been useful to you. See you around. Bye.